The National Restaurant Association's Restaurant Performance Index in June was 105.6, an increase of just 0.1%. The index's overall level remained essentially unchanged from last month's reading, but there was a small uptick in operators' economic expectations for 6 months out. And also, it's important to keep in mind that the RPI does remain firmly in expansion territory. Regarding restaurant operator capital spending, 67% of restaurant operators reported making a capital expenditure over the past 3 months, and that level is up from the prior month. And meanwhile, 69% of restaurant operators expect to make a capital expenditure over the upcoming 6 months. In June, restaurant industry employment regained another 194,000 jobs. But once again, it is important to keep in mind the perspective pre-COVID employment. The industry is still down 1.3 million positions, and that's a hefty 10% drop off of that pre-COVID employment level for the industry. Also in June, wholesale food price inflation continued to heat up. That index is now running at a 4.1% rate year to date through June. And in comparison, in 2020, wholesale food price inflation was just 1.3%. And as you would expect, certain commodity groups are posting substantially higher increases. For example, chicken, pork, beef, and fresh fruit were up. Meanwhile, a couple commodities were also down, such as potatoes and fresh vegetables. Correspondingly, regarding menu price inflation in June, that index is now running at a 3.9% rate year to date. That is now substantially above grocery store price inflation, which is running at 2.2%. And overall inflation is now ticking up to 3.4% year to date through June. And that menu price inflation is basically the highest environment now since the 2009 timeframe. So in sum, the Restaurant Performance Index in June, 105.6, an increase of 0.1%. Restaurant industry regained 194,000 jobs. Wholesale food price inflation running at 4.1% year to date, and menu price inflation at 3.9%. And don't forget, for additional information, visit our website, restaurant.org. Thank you.